making a movie called the Hay Flick Limit. Hay Flick Limit. Leonard Hayflick discovered that some human cells divide 40 to 60 times before stopping at what we call the Hayflick limit. That division is important. It's what helps your body grow or repair damage, like after you cut your finger, or fend off attack, like when your immune system defends against a virus. The Hayflick limit.
Everybody, welcome to this thing we call life, okay? Welcome. Look at this world everybody calls life, okay? Bottom line, welcome to the world, welcome to your life, okay? Bottom line, you eat, you drink, you sleep, you live life. Let's just put it that way. You do it all. You do it to it. You live life. You do it. You know what I mean? Booyah! Right. You know, nailed it. Right. So, yeah, you do it. You do it to it. Booyah. Nailed it. Booyah. Nailed it. Booyah.
Oliver, tell him to stop. I cannot listen to that.
Nailed it. Think about it. What are you gonna do? You're living your life. That's life. That's what you do. You're born. You're to live. You breathe some oxygen for a while, and do some stuff, and there you go. And then there you go. On to the next thing. On to the next vibration, okay? On to the next orchestra, right? On to the next great orchestra. On to the next great orchestra. Wake up. Booyah, you know what I mean?
Entertaining yourself.
Welcome to the Booyah Show. Welcome to another exciting edition of the Booyah Show. With your host with the most. Welcome to another dynamic episode. Welcome to another dynamic episode of the Booyah! The Booyah Show. Booyah! With your host. Booyah! Please, sir, please be quiet. Be quiet there. It's very important. Booyah! Shh. There's a nursery next door. There are babies sleeping. I appreciate you are a guest on the Booyah! Yes. On the Booyah Show. It made perfect sense that you would be on the Booyah Show. Yes, exactly. We now take you to this airplane. Booyah. I'm currently looking at my new neighbor. His back is to me. He's sitting at the dinner table, and I'm wondering if he had heard us screaming booyah. Curious if you can hear me now. Echoing. New neighbors. 2 new neighbors. 2 apartments across the way. One new neighbor I can see into the house of. The other neighbor I do not see yet. However, we shall see. We shall see. We shall definitely see. Beautiful night out here. We will be back later for more to come. Here's one of my recent lists of things to do. Set up voices.com demo. Make voiceover demo. Cue sheets. Tell Yachtly crew about reunion. Look up Operation Ton Up grants and funds. Edit video. Laundry. Screenplay. Memorize lines. Contact Wizard of LA. Contact Teresa about Kapow marketing. Edit the Bloody Bobby site. Shoot Black Pumpkin. Cernulus. Factorian. Write article about places to send a podcast. Get music releases squared away. This one, credits, additions, deliverables list, release forms, screen captures, export choice pieces, called Jetset Rejects Manager, thumb drive, keyboard, hard drive. So that's my list of things to do.
Hi, this is Wendy from Rev.com. I have a message from Kurt. Sorry we missed your call. If you'd like to reach us or you can reach us at 888-369-0701, and we'd be happy to help. All right, have a great day, Kurt. Bye-bye.
This is Stu Strauss, the Woodsman, and you're listening to Inspirado Projecto.
Well, why would you want to do that?
I suppose.
Well,
but I wanted you to hear.
Barefoot, yes or no?
Really, this was fine with me because I liked being there.
Maybe it'll happen if we keep pushing.
I don't know, things like that.
Or when you're in college or uni or high school or what have you.
I'm not strange. I am strange. I don't want to say I'm not strange.
Climb every mountain.
Your husband.
It's fun and easy to learn. Remember.
Oh, I just read in TV Guide there's a great new kids show, Frankie.
I think I'm gonna re-brain.
Now the next thing you know, they're going to be deciphering these tapes.
Hey everybody, it's Jimbo.
I'm a liar and a fool.
You had circus.
I mean, most people's faces are exactly the same. 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth. What do you want?
They never see grays in anything.
So you can save money.
I didn't talk to him personally, but
it's easier to see figures and shapes in some clouds than in other clouds. I guess it's like people, interviewing people. You see shapes in them. That guy, he's an iron.
Everything's better deep fried. Everything's better.
I am so happy that I got that out of my system. I was convinced that it's okay now because it's filling up this plastic container.
The sooner the better.
But anyway, that's not what I want to complain about today.
From all of us who will get along with less food so that others may have more.
I mean, for what it is, I think it's pretty good.
That they previewed in beta forms and in other promotional stuff.
I don't talk much, but I want to thank you.
And you become a cultural institution. I can see the appeal.
There's all sorts of things that come out of it. There's mass hysteria.
I know somebody that made some muffins one time with green beans in them.
It does not fit the myth, and people would hate it. I mean, they would hate that story.
Well, sure, but they had the tying run on third, didn't they?
Well, go ahead with your story.
So, I mean, really, it's going to be short. Short, sweet, to the point.
We had taken over someone's house in Egypt. It's just sort of this green mess.
Didn't really affect me at all. I mean,
he was badly stunned and knocked out.
Cutout episode. He calls it cutout. I call it the best of.
Sure, that's right.
Turn around and look.
It's really interesting.
Leroy!
That's just the way that it goes. I like the idea of bacon stuffed burgers. I want to try that.
Air conditioner, which I only can imagine is basically, it must be based on the dust in the air that gets trapped in the dust filter.
Frigid.
Fact is, we'll return your money if he doesn't say so.
Well, hey, everybody.
What you just heard there was something called Green Mess by Wordland. Wordland is a sound collage project by PQ Ribber. He's also one of the members of the Nitroglycerin Pep Club, of who we've played on quite numerous times on K-Chung. I'll also play them on here because I still have a whole bunch of songs they've done. Just great sound collage. I can only imagine what kind of crazy mashup these guys and Man Behind the Machine would create, because they're just great at just finding interesting sounds and plugging them in together. By the way, you're listening to Inspirado Projecto Radio, as Stu Strauss, the woodsman from Twin Peaks, has told you. This is Inspirado Projecto podcast. Please feel free to subscribe on iTunes. We are found on iTunes and numerous other podcasts, podcast apps, directories. Yikes, we're out there. We're on at least nine are listed. There are 9 of them listed with Anchor.fm. However, I counted. I think we're in like 21. That they specifically added us to. There's a bunch more, I guess, but it's just exciting to be able to share all kinds of different perspectives, artistic endeavors with the world at large. Folks are sending in audio to inspiradoprojecto@gmail.com, which I highly encourage you to do so you can hear your audio concoctions on here. Let's keep it around the 5-minute mark. I like to try to keep things around 5-minute mark. Sometimes things slip on by 10 minutes. 10 minutes. They're that intriguing. And try to make it family friendly. Let's try to do that. Let's try to make it family friendly. I mean, that's my mission anyway. That's the mission. And now, another Uke Jam coming to you live.
Beware, ladies and gentlemen, of the night goblins.
One thing's for sure, no matter what laws or what definitions humans make for nature, the humans' laws will always, no matter what, exist within the laws of the universe that the humans are actually trying to define. The universe does not abide by the rules and laws that humans make for it. That's all there is to it. Here's a crazy synchronous. Well, okay, first of all, let me say this. It was a pleasure to talk with John Garside, my buddy and creator of Max Neptune. I talked to him earlier tonight. He goes, I was just listening to your podcast, and it got me to thinking about Max Neptune again, making another adventure. And then he proceeds to tell me about all this great news. And so what was interesting was in the episode that he was listening to, it was it had me reading from my sketchbook and the things that I was going through during that time. And in the sketchbook, I came across that part where John Garside's wedding was. Which, by the way, I want to say that was the first time I ever emceed for a friend's wedding. John asked me if I wanted to MC, and I was very nervous because I thought, oh boy, can I handle this? You know, it's having to corral these people together, having the certain traditions to make sure those are presented, figuring out the time frames for things, a whole bunch of stuff. And man, it was just so great. It was such an honor to be asked by him and Mary to MC that. So John, if you're listening, thank you so much for asking me to do that. I mean, that really, talk about stepping outside of your comfort zone. I mean, that really that really stretched out my comfort zone, having to lead a party like that. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. So here's this very interesting synchronicity. So in the podcast, I talked to Alan Panicle, too, in the same podcast. There's a segment in there. And Alan was telling me about, and I don't know if this is captured in the podcast during our conversation, but Alan and I had talked about the idea of, I think he said the idea of mind meld. And it was the idea of, you know, how to unpack a character, how to get a character. Just start writing stuff down. I want a character who levitates. Okay. What are you thinking? Okay. Trench coat. Okay. Or cape. Okay. Mask. Okay. Great. Or helmet. Awesome. Gloves. Sure. Boots. Okay. Rocket blasters in their feet. Sure. Magnets in their feet. Okay. So you just write it all down. Mohawk, yes. Beard, all right. Tattoos, sure. You know, it's just, you just go. So, parasitic twin, of course. So you just kind of like write stuff down, write down for a character. And it was funny because when Alan was telling me about that, I was thinking in my brain about John Garside and how he told me about how he made up Max Neptune. He just started writing stuff down, ray gun, space, just a whole bunch of stuff. So I thought it was very interesting that here's John listening to the episode. He's thinking about Max Neptune, and I was recently thinking about Max Neptune as well, and New Adventures. And so it's just astounding. All this stuff is just wrapped up together. Plus, he saw something recently. Oh, man. Some rocket movie thing where he saw sort of a Max Neptune symbol. Wow, I've been thinking lately about Max Neptune. So, who knows? We might have a new episode on the way. You never know. So I'm going to start brainstorming on this stuff. So keep your eyes out. If you have not yet seen Max Neptune and the Menacing Squid, the short film we worked on, please check it out. It's on YouTube. He found John and I were talking about this, how he found me through MySpace. This is the other interesting thing. He moved out recently. He recently moved out to a town where I had shot in a short film, and it was from the trailer for that film that I utilized as my demo reel, quote, demo reel, unquote, because I didn't have one at the time, for auditioning for Max Neptune, because he found me through MySpace back in the day. And I had that to show for it. Well, the funny thing is, that was shot out in this small town. Now John lives out in that town. And I remember going in for Max Neptune. I remember reading, he was telling me about Max Neptune, and I thought, oh my god, this is too good to be true. Like, oh no. This is too good to be true. Don't get my hopes up. Don't get me too excited about this, because I'd love to do a retro sci-fi film, fly a rocket, all that. And so I thought, oh man, don't make this this isn't too good to be true, is it? Well, then all of a sudden, then he ends up sending me a sample. He goes, here's our visual effects guy. Here's what he's working on. It was Colin Fleming. And it was that piece where they did that test footage where Leo and this girl, they're hiding behind this rock, and out comes this UFO, and it starts shooting at them. So they get in a shootout. And I thought, oh my god, if these guys can put something like that together where I get to act against an invisible thing and have to fight against it, oh man, that would be like a dream come true. So when I go into audition, which was out in Hacienda Heights at the time, at the public access station where they used to put on Marty's Corner, which was the public access show that John was a part of. Which was so much fun. Oh god, that was such a great. So I went out there to audition, and it turns out they had built a portion. They had built the cockpit, John and his dad, and that was like a dream come true. Because I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? So having in my brain that idea, that image of the visual effects that Colin did, and then now a real life cockpit to fly. I felt like I'd been training for that my whole life. Ever since seeing behind the scenes footage of making of Star Wars, that first Star Wars where they're flying in the, you see what they're dealing with the blue screen for Millennium Falcon and X-Wing, stuff like that. So, yeah, talking with John Garside. It's very inspiring, to say the least. So if all unfolds the way I'm predicting, the way I read the vibe and I see it moving right now for him, wow. I think I would like to believe that there will be money allocated for him to build and put together a public access station. That would be kick-ass. All right, that is all for now.
Why, hello there, Kurt. I called because I'm driving down the road. I'm heading home. I know it's late, and I didn't really think you... Well, I don't know. I was hoping you'd answer, but I was driving down the street, and I was thinking about Max Neptune. I was thinking about Max Neptune and the friction of time. And as I'm driving down the street, I look over, and there's a pickup truck in the lane next to me, and he has the atom symbol. It almost looks exactly like the atom symbol that is on the chest piece. It's a sticker in his back window, and I don't know. Sometimes the universe throws shit at us, you know, just throws shit at us. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's the universe telling me that, yeah, that's what you're supposed to be doing right now, thinking about this. You stupid bastard, start thinking about this. I don't know. I just had to share this with someone. Your name was the first that popped in my head, mainly because I'm also listening to your podcast while I drive home. Anyway, man, I'll talk to you later. Echo, 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 echo.